It's not only, I would say, reliability, it is also transparency and predictability. If you develop a new chemical as a company or as a society, you want that chemical to be safe. It's very important that from the very beginning you know that the safety issues are addressed in a scientific way. Science makes things predictable. I think that is absolutely essential for companies as well as for our society, and that is what ECETOC brings to the table. First of all, the ECETOC documents as such are very much used as science documentations. They tend to be a bit larger, which has the advantage of being able to really collect a lot of data that can be used as a, let's say, a reference. We've shifted our ECETOC to at least produce peer-reviewed papers. As a science-driven organization, this is actually not too difficult. What we do is science. We produce scientific evidence for particular questions that are being asked. So the advantage of writing a peer-reviewed paper is that, first of all, because it's peer-reviewed, another set of eyes, or usually 3 or 4 sets of eyes, have looked at it. It gains credibility and it gets a far wider audience. Although I do see that the ECETOC documents that we have on our website are being downloaded frequently, the impact of a paper in, let's say, a high reputation journal is larger. So we strive whenever possible for a peer-reviewed publication, as well as, if possible, having an ECETOC document in the background for all the reference and the sort of the in-depth material. We've started to ask regulators where their problems are. So we have had representatives from ECHA here at our annual technical meeting addressing their needs. And I think whatever a regulator has as a need, it will have relevance to the companies, to the membership of ECETOC. So we're also trying to bring in those points of view in sort of helping to design the, let's say, most effective program for everyone within ECETOC. The great advantage of being a member of ECETOC is that you can bring your questions to the table. You would bring them through your delegate to the scientific committee. And any proposal is discussed at the scientific committee. Then we look, okay, this is one company with this particular problem. Are there any other companies? If you get a feeling, yes, there are a number of companies that are experiencing the same problem, that are willing to address that problem, you get together and say, okay, do we really now have enough interest and also enough power to do something to tackle that question? Now, the question must be scientific, otherwise we will not address it. So that is a prerequisite. If that's certain and the assessment of that is done within the scientific committee, we go back to the membership and say, okay, here are the terms of reference for a task force or a workshop that we can organize. Are you interested in joining? And if we then see, yes, there are 10 companies, 8 companies willing to join, you have a task force, you have a workshop. If you make that proposal and it turns out that there's only 1 or 2 companies interested, it will not work. So it's a very democratic process. The scientific committee is there to ensure that the points that are addressed are science-based,